What's going on YouTube? It is Dr. Tommy Martin, a combined internal medicine and pediatric resident, and today I want to talk to you about how long it takes to become a doctor. Before we get to this video, I want you to know that you are greatly loved and that you are wonderfully and beautifully created and that you are capable of far more than you could ever imagine. Let's get to this video. Alright, so I know this video is all over YouTube and many people have made videos on it, but I get asked this all the time. How long does it actually take to become a doctor? So I want to break it all down for you. So first off, you have to go to high school or get your GED. So high school from pre-K to a senior is somewhere around 12 years. Usually start when you're 6, finish when you're 17 or 18, so about 12 years. But if we take high school out of the equation, because most people, it's a given, you need to go to high school and you need to graduate high school, then we go to university. So at university or college, this can take anywhere from 3 years to 5 years. 3 years would be on the very fast end. That means you're taking a lot of credits, you're pushing yourself really hard, and you're trying to get done early. 5 years would be more on the conservative side, saying, you know what, I'm gonna have fun in college, I'm just gonna take my time, take the minimal credits, and just make sure I do well. There's no right or wrong. I did it in 3 years. Some of my friends did it in 5 years. It truly does not matter as long as you get it done in a timely fashion and you do well in university. So after university, those 3 to 5 years, you go to medical school. Medical school is 4 years almost across the board, especially here in the United States. Now there are some combined programs that will take your university and your medical school together in 6 years. And I think those programs are absolutely incredible so that you could finish your medical training before residency within 6 years instead of 8 years. After medical school, then you go to residency. Now, getting into residency is a complicated process and can be very challenging, but let's say that you are going to get into residency and you got into residency. Now, depending on what residency you go into, it could be anywhere from 3 years to 5 years. Now, 3 years would be, say, pediatrics or internal medicine. Myself, I did a 4-year program, which is combined internal medicine and pediatrics, and that takes 4 years. And then some programs could be 5 years. After residency, you might be done and you could be a doctor and get to practice and train now, or you could decide that you want to do further training. So if you decided you want to do further training, that would be called a fellowship. And fellowship is where you're specializing. So say you want to do cardiology, or you want to do infectious disease, or gastroenterology, hematology, oncology. Those require additional training called a fellowship. And those fellowships could be anywhere from 1 year like sports medicine, it could be 3 years like cardiology, or it could be 4 to 5 years like I would have to do if I wanted to do combined med peds, hematology, oncology, or MICU, medical ICU and pediatric ICU. So that's an additional 1 year all the way up to possibly 5 years of training. That seems like a long time, and let me tell you, it is. So let's break it down. We have 4 years of university on average, 4 years of medical school, that's 8 years, 3 to 5 years of residency, so that's 11 to 13 years. And then if you want to specialize, that could be any 1 year to 5 years. So that's, somewhere between 12 and 17 years of your life in training, which seems absolutely absurd and so crazy long. And it is, but I promise you it is so worth it. Alright, so that is how long it takes to become a doctor. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, make sure to comment below. If you guys have enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe so you do not miss out on any other videos. Before I go, I want you guys to know that you are greatly loved and that you are wonderfully and beautifully created and that you are capable of far more than you could ever imagine.